sort out the lighting. Do you know why I didn't do this before? That would probably be a smarter idea, but it's too late now. Already started. I'm very excited. Got ahead of myself. Hello, is this working? Right. Oh. I'm going to just share this round on the old social media things. If it's even live, I can't even see if anyone's watching it. Did the thumbnail check? The thumbnail has not changed. I changed the I literally changed the thumbnail. It should be. Honestly, don't know why I bother. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Right. Live now. This will be instead of a review of these figures. So I thought I'd do that. Just because I literally haven't got the time this week because I'm moving out. And there is already so much on my plate. Like, I'm already behind on stuff, but it's just already quite stressful. So I thought I'd do a live stream instead. A very short live stream. Right, okay, yes, yeah, so, I don't know regarding, locations and all that sort of thing, but Big Finish, what am I talking about? B&M have now stocked their Doctor Who figures for the new range, which is a hefty range, isn't it? So we've got the 13th Doctor, Companions and Judoon. You've got the Companions of the 4th Doctor, you've got the unit set, you've got the 2nd Doctor and Tardis, and you've got 2 Dalek history sets. A lot of brand new figures, a lot of interesting new repaints and re-releases. So there's a lot to talk about. Today I went to the local B&M shop and I managed to pick up Companions of the 4th Doctor set and a 2nd Doctor and War Games Tardis. So that's fun. We're going to just open them on the live stream now because, you know, we've got a bit of time. We'll wait for a few more people to join and all that sort of thing. And then we'll talk about it. Yeah, there's not really too much to talk about with the figures. I didn't want to do a full review again, as I've made clear. I am, like, really busy this week. I am literally moving into a different accommodation. I'm moving 5 hours away to London again. Very exciting stuff. Obviously, the setup will look very nice. I just my camera so I can see what you can see, and it's like the entire corner of my room is just boxes at the moment. So it's These are £20 each or £19.99. Do not buy them off eBay. Do not fund the scalpers. People who go in and buy loads of them. If you can find them in the shops, find them in the shops. Or just try your absolute hardest to find them in the shops because funding these eBay scam people, well, not the scamming, because they are selling them, they're just selling them for more than double the original price, which is awful. It's just crap. If you're going to buy a set, buy like one for yourself, and if you're going to pick up one for a friend or someone online, do that. Or if you want one for a custom, do that. But like, no one needs to be picking up more than like 1 or 2 of every set. Like, come on, like, I'd never pick up all the sets of a range. I never get more than 1. I've never gotten more than 1 from a B&M range ever. I've never felt the need to. You know, so I luckily got sent the 13th Doctor one and the unit figure sets, both of which I've reviewed on the channel and did a live stream unboxing for the 13th Doctor one. But the reviews for them are both on the channel. Character sent me the 13th Doctor one, and Captain Junior Pie, another Doctor Who figure YouTuber, he sent me the unit set, so big thanks to them. But these are from the shop, so I think let's have a look what's going on. Right, so decide which one we're going to open first, because I'm easy. Like, we've got the 2nd Doctor set, we've got the 4th Doctor set. Let's go. Which ones do you think? Well, which one would you prefer I open first and talk about and look at? Because they all look very good. Yeah, I'd love to see an Andrew. I'd love to see a 5th Doctor set. I think. Well, Tegan, yeah. 5th Doctor Tegan and Turlough would be good, but I would like to see, like, literally same as the Companions of the 4th Doctor. I'd like to see Adric, Tegan, and Nyssa as like one set, because then not only do you complete the entire 4th Doctor companion range, but you get a hefty way into the 5th Doctor as well. I did a thread about this on Twitter. I will try and find it later to see if I can find all my different ideas for B&M sets, like companions and TARDISes and stuff. A lot of people are saying, companions first, 2nd Doctor. It's very split. TARDIS, companions. I think literally we're just going to go for TARDIS because, like, it's the one I would like to open first as well. This is an old knife. I don't know where my other one's gone. See if we can still get me to open this rusty thing. So you might not be able to see on camera. I don't know if I want to tilt the camera down so you can see me messing about with the box. So it's not too exciting footage, but, you know, it's there. I'd love to see a Jamie thing. I'd love to see, like, literally, like, any of the Hartnell-Troughton era companions in figure form. That would be great. I mean, they are bringing out... I think this is the first, like, black and white era B&M set we've had in a while. I might be wrong in that respect. Because we have had the 2nd Doctor before, but we had him from the 2 Doctors. We've never had, like, an actual black and white era set before. First impressions from, like, looking at it, looks pretty good. I'm very excited about the TARDIS. Mainly because of the lamp. I never thought I'd be excited about a lamp on a toy. But I am, so... You know, what can I say? I'm trying to be very careful with this. Very careful with this. Can I just remove it? Will it just, like, come out, do you think? Oh, there we go. Is the TARDIS stuck? Oh, there's screws. I forgot they come with screws. Oh, this is going to be awkward because I haven't got a screwdriver. Unless I have on this. Oh, I have. This Swiss Army knife comes with a screwdriver on it. Isn't that incredibly helpful? I'm going to lift the camera up a little bit. It is like an ASMR unboxing. I'm sorry, it's a bit weird. Oh, Christ. It's so, like, fiddly as well. Oh, yeah, Ainsley's gone. Yeah, Ainsley's been packed away. As I said, moving out this week. I'm going to go on a little bit of a YouTube break for about a week, just so I can get myself moved in and get, like, a new setup put in. Because it'll be a few days after moving in before I can even get my computer set up. And then after that, like, I don't want to have a bland background for the YouTube videos. And also, I want some time to plan stuff as well. Like, if I'm going to have a week off, like, I may as well take some time to, like, rebrand the channel a little bit, think up some new content. I've got some new ideas anyway. People may or may not know I'm doing a Sarah Jane Adventures group reaction series called Canine's Company. So that'll be starting hopefully in the next, like, month or so. But we'll see about that because I don't really know yet because it involves other people. So you've got to make sure your schedules align, obviously. Okay, so the TARDIS is out. Let's have a look. I'd love a play set, like the 1st or 2nd Doctor's TARDIS, like, yeah. People may or may not know, I'm actually kind of a big Troughton fan. I really like his stuff. Now, I haven't seen a massive amount. See, here's my instant problem with this, right? Because they've got some really nice paint apps on here, but they've got, like, tape to hold the doors shut, which is perfectly fine, but the tape is removing the paint. It literally is, leaving grease stains. They never used to put tape on it. They used to put, like, sort of, like, thick plastic on it. What the fuck? That's ridiculous. Sorry, I'm just going to have to, like, open it here so you can see. I'm a little bit disappointed that they've put, like, actual tape on there. Because it's like, oh, that's not right at all. Not like that. Are you getting the new Power of the Dalek Special Edition? Just talking about being a Troughton fan, I am actually not getting the Power of the Dalek Special Edition. I've already got the original, and I still haven't watched it yet, so give me some time. Again, like, moving out and shit. And also, like, if they release the all of the classics eventually on Blu-ray, I'd rather wait until it's on Blu-ray, so I have, like, the complete collection. And I've already got enough classics to watch, so just crossing my fingers. The end. I know there's a lot of missing episodes. I'm not that idiotic. Don't worry. But I would love to see a Troughton or a Hartnell box set at some point, because I'm using the Blu-ray releases as an excuse to watch Classic Hero almost. I'm forcing myself to buy them and then going, right, if you're going to buy them, you may as well watch them. It's a good way to get around it. Okay, so the TARDIS is unboxed. That's really cool. That is really cool. We'll get back to that. We're going to get Troughton out first as well. So we can talk about the whole set. Oh. Come on, little fella. There you go. Right, we've got Troughton as well. Oh, the background's sick. So the background's obviously from the War Games. I like how it's, like, a colorized as well. Like, they could have very easily went black and white, because they basically did with the figure. It's not, like, black. It's not entirely black and white, the figure, but, like, it's I don't know how you describe it. It's sort of like very, very low saturated, so it could almost be black and white, if you know what I mean. Like it wouldn't. It's not far off being black and white. Unfortunately, the tape has left like grease stains on it, which are like being really annoying. That's really rough because I actually hate that. So next time, character, please do not package them with tape on them. Put like the plastic stuff on you've done on like other stuff. It's just like do other stuff. That looks nice though. I really like that. It's hard to kind of show it off properly. The Tardis itself, obviously no interior card as per usual, in scale with the other classic boxes. Basically the same as all the other classic boxes, like the Shadow ones and all that sort of thing, and all the Pertwee ones, other than the fact that it has, of course, a different lamp, which I think does set it off. I'm glad they've done a different lamp for this, because it makes it a little bit more accurate, and I actually really like it. This is technically a toy of my favourite, I think it's my favourite Tardis design, like exterior design, so it's going to have to do a lot to impress me, and it doesn't overly impress me, because again, it's just missing that little thing in the roof. Obviously, they're not going to make a whole brand new roof when they could just retool the lamp, and it still looks good, but it's not accurate, is it? And that still really gets me. Like, they could just make the roof a little bit bigger, and it would be totally 100% accurate, and yeah, I just get very picky about this one because, and I knew I would, it's good. It looks fine, but it's not accurate, and that will always bug me. On display, it looks good, even from like certain angles and stuff, and like space shots if you're gonna like use it for animations and stuff. Like, it looks decent. Is the roof not accurate to the story? You know what? It might be because the box changed like every other story in the Troughton era and stuff. But like the general box shape, the War Games Tardis. Doesn't really show you, like at a certain angle. Yeah, it's still got this sort of thing. This is basically a very similar box to what the Twice Upon a Time one should have been, or the Ruth Tardis would have been. So take that into account, if you will. It's meant to look a bit like that, where it's sort of got like a sort of slight lift in the roof, a little bit, where it's got like a sort of gap underneath it. But there's no gap, it just sort of slants right up. Now, it doesn't look terrible, it doesn't look inaccurate too much, but it's not bang on to the actual prop, so it's going to look a little bit odd. However, most of them are inaccurate to the actual props, so I don't think it actually matters too much. It still looks like a nice box, and I still like it for display purposes. It definitely looks better from underneath. If you're going to have it on display, don't have it underneath you, because it doesn't look as good. That looks really cool. Like the angle that it's at, like there, and like upwards position, it looks very nice. So you're going to have it on display, have it up somewhere like you can look up at it. I really like the signage as well. I like how the signage is different on the front than it is on the sides. Again, accurate to the very strange misplacements of that era in terms of box and stuff like that. I really like that. Right, okay. We've got Troughton as well to talk about. So the Troughton figure is not bad. The face apps, the paint apps on the face are a bit weird. The mouth is just a black sort of slit, and it does look a bit weird. Now, they've used the original face sculpt, and its face sculpt is great. It looks like Troughton. It definitely feels like Troughton, but the way they painted it a little bit more rough than they did on the original figures, you can definitely tell, and it doesn't. You know, out of the two designs, like, I'm going to display this Tardis with the, like, old Second Doctor figure that I got years ago, opposed to this one. I like this figure. It's not bad. I like the scuff marks on the jacket. It makes it look worn and sort of torn a little bit. A lovely little detail is the rip in the trousers as well. Like there. That's a really nice little detail that, again, they didn't need to include, but they have. Yeah, I mean, it's a really nice set. It looks gorgeous. It's certainly something. I love the new light on the roof. That really set it off, and I'm glad they did that because it really does make a difference to it. The Troughton figure is pretty good and pretty solid. If you don't have a Troughton figure, you've got to get this. Like, if you don't have a Troughton figure and you sort of feel like you might want to get a Troughton, this is the set, because it is a good figure. It's not my favourite variant of a Troughton figure that they've done character, but like, it's a good Troughton figure, strongly made, and the box is very good as well. So if you're gonna get a set, I'd 100% get this. So props to them for that. And this opens up the excitement for the future. Hopefully we get a Hartnell one. Like if we get a Hartnell box, you know, it would be so cool if they did the actual like raised roof. Now I know it'd be obviously more difficult because it's a new roof design, but like, God, please, can you just imagine if they did that? It would be incredible. I know about new molds and I know about all this sort of stuff, but like, I can dream, you know, I can dream. I just want B&M to get like a new budget and just be able to, not B&M, Character Options. I want Character Options to get like a brand new budget and just be able to like spend it on new TARDIS molds and stuff. Because like to have accurate Second Doctor and First Doctor TARDISes would be, they're the best TARDIS designs in my opinion. They're my favourites. And I'd love to have them on display. I might pick up a second one of these to turn into a Roof Doctor TARDIS. I think if you're going to make a Roof Doctor TARDIS custom, this is probably the best one to go for, especially with the new light and the most accurate looking box, because it's basically the same box that she had. So, I mean, it is, because Troughton's came from Hartnell's Season 4 one, which is used in 10th Planet, which was then recreated for Twice Upon a Time and then reused in Fugitive of the Jadoon. So, it is the same box, technically, as the Ruth one. So if you were going to make a Ruth custom, that's the way to go about it, I think. But I didn't want to buy two off the bat because that would be kind of selfish in a way. I didn't want to do that, so that's, yeah, that's fine. Let's talk about the companions of the Fourth Doctor. So we'll get this unwrapped now. Try to be like extra careful with the tape. I've actually messed that up. What am I doing? I'm not really reading the chat. Does the TARDIS have light and sound effects? Absolutely not. The B&M ones never have light and sound effects. They have a battery compartment and they have a speaker grill, but they don't have the lights and sound effects. I don't get this now, because like initially I knew they were just repurposing the old ones, which did have light and sound effects. Would it not just be cheaper now and easier to make a mold that isn't sound and electronic, so you could just release these things without the ugly speaker and battery compartment at the back? Like, that would be so much nicer and it would make so much difference as well. Right, let's open this set. So this set, we've got a young Sarah Jane Smith, Romana 1 and Romana 2. All brand new figures. Well, not entirely brand new figures as such, but brand new face sculpts and brand new character releases. But all of their bodies, I believe, are reused from old parts, which I don't think is a bad thing. A lot of people have an issue with characters reusing, like, old bits. Christ, I'm sorry, I'll talk in a minute. People have a lot of problem with character options using old figures to create new molds and all that sort of thing. I have zero problem with it because it always works, in my opinion. Like, if you can make it work, make it work. So Sarah Jane Smith, for example, from End of Genesis of the Daleks and Opening of Revenge of the Cybermen, both episodes and stories that I've actually seen now, so I'm actually very happy to have this figure. Yeah, it's great. We've never had a young Sarah Jane before, so it's very good to have a sort of younger face sculpt that matches that of the era. We had a Harry Sullivan figure last time, so now you've got you basically got an entire season 12 range. And you might do actually as well, because I think the only figure that you won't have from season 12, like from an episode, would be like the Wirren from the Ark in Space. But you've got a young Sarah Jane, you've got Harry Sullivan, you've got 12 you've got the Fourth Doctor, you've got the Robot from Robot, I can't remember the exact names, so don't shoot me, and Sontarans, Genesis, Revenge of the Cybermen. Yeah, you must have. Other than the Wirren, there's nothing from the Ark in Space, but you know, in terms of companions, you've got a full season 12 display if you like that season, which I'm sure a lot of people do. It's not entirely accurate to her costume in those episodes, but I have to say, I really like it. Like, it looks very good, and it does, you know, again, considering it was definitely made on the cheap, just a new head sculpt on old parts, like, wow, it does a lot. It really, really captures the likeness of Elizabeth Sladen, which is brilliant. But also, it's a great costume. It's a great look. It might not be 100% accurate, but they've got the colours, they've got the style, and it works. You can put it alongside those other figures, and it will look great. I would love to put them alongside the other figures, but all of my figures are packed away, again, as I'm moving out. So, yeah. These will be going all right back in the box the second we are finished with this live stream, by the way, just in advance. Romana 1... yeah, standard, very good. I'm not a big fan of the costume anyway, but like it works. Yeah, looks like her. Nice costume, very accurate. Again, great job considering they're just reusing old body parts with a new head. It's good stuff, standard good stuff. But again, not my favourite character, so I'm not overly crazy about talking about this for too long. Personal opinion, all that sort of thing. But Romana 2, I do like. So yeah, the costume here is great. I can't remember which story this is from. Just don't shoot me, because I probably haven't seen it. Taking the scarf off, which is its own piece, which I really, really like as its own piece. Again, very, the whole point of this costume was to be a little bit like Tom Baker-like, but almost like a female version of that, Big pink coat, but sort of a light pink, not a very bright, in your face pink, which I quite like. The head sculpt looks very, very good, as do the paint apps, actually. So it's very weird when the paint apps on the sort of Doctor figures are always a bit weaker than the main releases, but the paint apps on these always look pretty much as good as the main releases. This one especially, the one that I've got, I don't know, I'm trying to get a good angle on it. There you go. I think it looks very good in terms of what you've got. The head sculpt, obviously, is just one big hair piece, so you can barely move the head. You can move it a little bit, but not too much. And the scarf is supposed to fit underneath the character's hair, so the hair sits right. Otherwise, the hair would be a little bit floaty on top of the figure's body, which is a bit odd. But yeah, if you put the scarf underneath, it looks normal, I guess. There you go. Yeah, all very good figures. That's all I really want to say about those, though. It's a good set. I'm glad I got it. It looks great for display, I'm glad to have these companions. Yeah, no, I really like it. I've not really got too much of a problem with that. I think that's a pretty good haul from B&M. Again, if you want to find your local B&M stuff, just look online. Unfortunately, just don't order through eBay, because you're funding that sort of... It's like people see it as their own business. They buy loads of sets because they can afford it, and then they just sell them on eBay for more, and people buy them. Just don't... It's just yeah. It's just generally difficult with eBay stuff, but just try to find it in stores. And if you're not in the UK, that's tough. My best bet would always be use eBay. eBay is a last resort. Jump on people who on Twitter maybe who are in the UK who can maybe deliver you one. If you pay them this retail price, there's a lot of people in the Doctor Who community who are nice people, believe it or not, who might do that. So just reach out to your mates in different countries and just see if you're not able to get them. If you are in the UK and you still can't find one, there's still nothing wrong about reaching out to a friend who might have found one. The local B&M that I went into had about 10 of the second Doctor boxes on display, and a good almost 20 of the companion sets as well. So they had a big stock, but then no history of the Dalek sets, no Daleks at all. So there you go. It's a bit of a weird one, but yeah, US and Australia, I believe, can buy online this time. So that's pretty good. That's good. That's a good improvement for this time, because that means people in different countries can actually get them, which is certainly something which I like, So yeah, mad respect with that. Hopefully these get better. We've got a fantastic range this year. I don't know if we'll be getting another one before Christmas, because it's July now. But maybe we'll see announcement and new pictures for new sets towards the end of the year for a January release maybe. I think these were supposed to come out in January, so they're a bit late. I don't know. Al-Duar said last year that we're going to be getting a new range in sort of January, but we only got one new Tardis set, which I didn't talk about because I had no interest in. But then I suppose we got a new range of figures anyway. So maybe next year we'll have the same sort of thing. Maybe we'll get a B&M range right at the beginning of the year with like a new Tardis and a couple new sets, and then some more new series Whittaker era stuff, maybe the Black Dalek from the Christmas special, because it just looks like a retooled Recon Dalek. They could probably re-release that. Tim Shaw figure wouldn't be very hard to do if they wanted to. The Master, that'd be great. Lots of figures I'd like to see from the new range, and they seem to be funding the new range a lot more. We've got Ryan, Yaz, Graham releases. Ryan, Yaz, Graham, Doctor, Recon Dalek, Jadoon Captain. What else we got from the new era? Have we got anything else from the new era? I And we've got a couple variants of the 13th Doctor and the 13th Doctor's TARDIS as well. We've got more from the 13th Doctor's era so far than we did with the Capaldi era. Now, I know there's more Capaldi variants of his costume, but that's just because, again, same figure, different costumes. They just paint the shirt differently, and they could do the same with Whittaker, and they are doing the same with Whittaker, slowly but surely. The only difference is we're getting a lot more new figures with this era already. Yeah. I mean, there's some great figures already, and I know a lot of people are like, there's a lot of big stigma against the Whittaker era. Of course there is. There's a lot of people who don't like it, perfectly fine. But to claim that merchandising isn't doing well for the new era is absolute that's just, it's not true. It is blatantly just lie. It's just a lie. They've got lots of new ranges out and getting lots of new figures out. I remember people were making YouTube videos last year going, oh yeah, they haven't made a Recon Dalek figure because it's not popular enough. Like, they did make a Recon Dalek figure. It just takes them a while to make it. It's like an actual figure. So there you go. It's just a weird one, man. I don't get the jump towards merchandising. Like, you love or hate a series. Like, the merchandising is doing better than it did in the Capaldi era. It's almost doing better than it did in the Smith era, especially if you include B&M stuff. Like, the Smith era had the Toys R Us exclusives. Let's move the camera a little bit. I had the Toys R Us exclusives, but now you've got B&M exclusives, and they are doing so much better. Like the Toys R Us things, which is a Doctor and a Dalek, or like a few things here and there. But you've actually got brand new figures here. Like, we could actually have, at some point, we could have a full, like, classic rota of companions, which would be incredible. I'm going to read some questions from chat just for a bit, and then I'm going to find a tweet that I made about the B&M sets, because there was a few interesting ideas that I had on that one. Do you like the Whittaker episodes? I like some of them, yes. I think the era is underrated, and I like to defend it because it's not that bad. Like, it's definitely a step down from some of Capaldi's era, but Capaldi's era wasn't great either, really. Like, Doctor Who, for a lot of it, is just sort of fine, but like, it's nostalgia and being a fan of it. What Whittaker's era does is it feels like a modern TV show, so people who aren't already fans of the show can actually approach it and understand what's going on to an extent. If they start with Series 11, you sort of understand it. A lot of new audiences tuned in for Series 11. Yeah, a lot of people tuned out again. That's just because it's Doctor Who. It's weird. It's not for everyone. You had a good 11 million people interested to see what they were going to do, and they did check it out. And realistically, there are a lot of new audiences who did jump on because it is somewhat easier to understand. However, for long-term fans, it is also a bit daunting because it is so different from previous eras, and it's so modernised that I can totally understand why some people don't like it. But the merchandising front, the merchandising for the 13th era is doing very well. And I'm not just talking about the B&M stuff. B&M stuff aside, new figures for the 13th Doctor's era, there are more unique figures than just repaints for the Whittaker era than there are the Capaldi era, I think. Because Capaldi, not including the 3.75 inch range, not including that, we're talking about the 5-inch range here. Because obviously I know they made like a mummy and like a the Scorebox Butcher and stuff, but like, talking about Capaldi, there was 2 Capaldi figures, the rest of them were variants, so you either had 2 different head sculpts. You had one Missy figure which was repainted like twice, and you had one Bill figure which was repainted like once, and the Clara figure was just a repaint from Oswald from Asylum of the Dalek, and had a purple dress, which is not accurate to any episode, but they still released it. My point is that there are more unique figures from the Whittaker era. That's that. Merchandising is doing very well. And then if you include B&M as well, merchandising is doing very well. They are selling out in every shop. And yeah, people are buying, eBay scalpers and all that sort of thing, but they're selling out. The character options are still making profit off this, and they're still doing well, so they're going to keep making figures. And that's a good thing. I love more figures. It's great. I hope they re-release Roger Delgado and Anthony Ainley figures. Delgado is definitely a possibility. I mean, that one keeps knocking about. Anthony Ainley is very, very unlikely because I believe his family weren't like happy with selling out his face for figures. I think there was like a couple of exclusive ranges they allowed. There's only 2 Anthony Ainley master figures. I think they're both re-releases as well. So like one was like, there was one original figure and that was it. I don't think Anthony Ainley's family or estate are very happy with character options and making money off of his likeness. That's totally fine. Some actors really don't like it. And I think Anthony Ainley was against that, because that's why we don't have any classic figures of him either. Like when you look at like merchandising of like Dalport figures, I don't think there was any Anthony Ainley master with that as well. I might be wrong, but I don't think there was. I just don't think he liked selling out his likeness. The best way to go about it now is to find someone who will do you like a head sculpt, resin head sculpt of an Anthony Ainley head that they can send you and you can put on a different body. That's the best you're going to get, I think. What do you think about a Susan Foreman, Barbara and Ian set? I think it'd be good because we don't have those figures. I think that'd be brilliant as well. I know a person who's sending me over a custom head sculpt for an Ian and Barbara figure, and I'm going to put them on some bodies and then do a video about that, so that'd be good. Yeah. Just wanted to say thank you for all you did on Twitter regarding Sasha R. Master hashtag and standing up for people being Jodie fans. Of course, I'm always here to stand up for people who support Jodie's era. It's an era that gets slammed a lot, and it's an era that gets a lot of unnecessary hate. I understand if you don't like it, but there's no need to personally attack the actors and the people involved with it. Chris Chibnall, whether you like his writing or not, does not deserve the sheer amount of insults and pure hatred that he gets for basically just making the show in his vision. You don't have to like it, it's his vision, but like, he gets so much hate and it's totally unnecessary. It's totally unneeded and unnecessary, and I actually hate it. It's why I support the Bueckert era quite a bit, because it's the era that probably needs the most support, because there's a lot of people bashing it. But that's just the modern era of TV and film in general. There's people who bash Captain Marvel for having a female lead. There's people who don't like the new Star Trek series for some reason or other. Like, if people have opinions, that's perfectly fine, but like, I'm more than happily going to support it. Like, I don't love the Bueckert era. It's not my favourite era. It's not even in my top half, I don't think. But like, I still enjoy some of it, and it still doesn't deserve the backlash it gets. It's not terrible Doctor Who. It's fine Doctor Who, and it's sort of passable Doctor Who at times, but sometimes it's quite good. Fugitive of the Jadoon's probably my favourite, like, episode in years. And by years, I mean the Bueckert era. If you don't include World, Enough and Time and Dr. Falls, which is my favourite Doctor Who story ever at the moment, I haven't seen a lot of Classic Who still. If you discredit that, then maybe it's my best, Fugitive's my favourite episode in years, like properly years, like series and series and series, I don't know. I like Heaven Sent, but it's like a one-time thing. You gotta like, you can't watch it all the time. Fugitive's just rewatchable, I love that. What figures would you like to see in the next proper figure wave, not B&M, but like 13th Doctor? I'd love to see Aarstad, the cyber warrior person. I don't know about the cyber men in particular. I don't think we'll ever get those. But I'd love to see like an Aarstad figure, a master figure, Ruth Doctor, and the Christmas Dalek, the black one, because I actually quite like the design of it. I'm just going to find a tweet thing that I did, because I actually talked about B&M Rangers and stuff. Hang on. It was a while ago now. Okay, so here are the sets that I would make if I was like, if I had, if character options and B&M. Oh, is there someone in the chat who's what's going on? If you're not my doctor, that's fine. Like, you have your opinion, just don't slam other people for having their opinion as well. And also, please don't spam the chat. How many tips to be an amazing YouTuber? I'm not an amazing YouTuber or a YouTuber. If you want tips for YouTube, I did a podcast about this a while ago on the Idiot's Guide to the Galaxy channel, talking about my experience with YouTube. You can check that out. It basically answers all the questions you could probably want. So if you want to, I'll drop that in the chat. You can check it out for later. But please do not spam the chat with stuff. If you could, that'd be great. I'll read out some of the sets. Like, if character options had a massive budget, like an even bigger budget than they have now, and just they can make any figure sets they want over a span of years, here is what I would do. Maybe not in this order, but here's the sets that I would want, and here's how I would package them. So, Companions of the Fifth Doctor, Adric, Nyssa, Tegan. That's what I'd release. That. Companions of the First Doctor 1, Ian, Barbara and Susan, so the original TARDIS team. Companions of the Second Doctor, Ben, Polly and Jamie. Companions of the Seventh Doctor, Ace, Mel and the Brigadier from Battlefield, so that's a bit of a different variant but very easy to make. Mel would be the only new figure there, I believe. Companions of the First Doctor 2, Stephen Taylor, Vicky and Dodo. Another Second Doctor set, Victoria, Zoe and the Second Doctor in fur coat. The King's Demons set, Anthony Ainley Master, Turlo and Chameleon. The Eighth Doctor set, Paul McGann from the Time Lord Victorious with the blue coat. Grace from the TV movie and Lucy Miller from Big Finish because she's a fan favourite. I thought it'd be cool to have a figure of her. Spearhead from Space set, the Bessie Car and Liz Shaw, maybe. The Eighth Doctor and TARDIS from TV movie. The First Doctor and TARDIS from the 10th Planet. The War Master and TARDIS, cylindrical, like the original cylinder TARDIS with the bearded Jacoby figure, and the War Doctor and TARDIS. That's what I would go up. You get all the companions out of that, but in like decent sets, like you could definitely package them that way. Like again, the Fifth Doctor one, you'd have the companions one for like the season 19 set, for example, basically with all those companions, Adric, Nyssa and Tegan, and then have a King's Demon set so you can package Turlo in with like the Master and like Chameleon, for example. The fur coat I know existed as a prototype and they just never got around to it, but they must have the model, the mould for it somewhere. They could definitely make it. If they release that with a couple of Second Doctor companions, I'd be down. I'd be down for that. Hi, I'm new and I just subbed. Thank you very much. And also, guys, I didn't even mention this. Thank you so much for 19,000 subscribers. That is incredible. And I'm honestly still blown away by it. It is mad that you decide to subscribe to this channel. I really don't know why you do. I don't rate my content very highly. Thank you to the Happy Cyberman for just subscribing. It's wild, and I really appreciate it. 20k, here we come, hopefully. Let's see if we can get to 20k by the end of the year. That'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? That was the aim, so let's hope. Still missing an Absorbaloff figure, yeah. Stop spamming. I'll answer the question. Just stop spamming. What are the best Big Finish box sets? I don't know because I don't listen to too many Big Finishes, but the War Master is a good one I would recommend because it's one of the ones I've seen. Please do not spam a question. If you have a question, dump it in the chat and leave it. And if I don't respond to it after like a minute or 2 minutes or something, put it in again. But don't spam constantly because then you might miss it. The stream is about 5 seconds to 10 seconds behind live. So like what you see is about 10 seconds ago for me. So don't spam the chat because I might have already answered the question. Also, stop spamming tree. Jesus, some weird things go on in this chat sometimes. The full history of the Doctor. Thank you. I appreciate it. It took a long time. If you want to support the complete history of the Master, I did that one as well. It didn't do as well. But if you haven't already seen that and you want to support that, that would be great. Really happy about the complete history of the Doctor though. That's becoming one of my most viewed videos. 56,000 views. Jesus, that is insane. I think the BBC can't do Grace because Fox still have the rights to the TV movie and a Grace figure is unlikely. Yeah, I'd agree. I just wanted an excuse to have an 8th Doctor set with the new Time Lord Victorious outfit and to have Lucy Miller as a figure. And I thought it'd be nice to have Grace as a companion if it was possible. I know the rights are still with Fox, but they released Paul McGann from that movie. And it is just the likeness of the actress. So as long as the actress, I don't know. But I do agree it probably is to do with Fox because again, like the BBC, the BBC are a bit weird about that because they didn't mention Grace. Did they mention Grace in Night of the Doctor? I don't know if they did, because he named off a few companions, so I don't even know if he mentioned Grace. Probably not. Yeah. Wheel in Space Cyberman, Nightmare in Silver Cyberman, and Cyber Warrior Cyberman. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, but it'll never happen because it's all brand new. The thing about what people don't understand is it's not just about new figures, it's about the ease of new figures. With all of these new figures, you know, it's a new head sculpt and reused bodies. You can do that. It's cheap. Make a new head, plonk it on an old body with a new paint job, and it looks fantastic. You can't do that with a Cyberman. At a push, you could probably do Wheel in Space, but no chance you get a Nightmare in Silver Cyberman, and absolutely zero chance you'd be getting a Cyber Warrior anytime soon, because it's not just a brand new head sculpt, it's a brand new body sculpt, arm sculpt, leg sculpt. It is way more. Way, way more. They've upped the prices of these sets from about £16, £17 to £20 because of all the new head sculpts and new figure designs and all that sort of thing, right? Can you imagine how much it would be if they did a Cyberman one? About 30, 40 quid. Because you'd be paying for what you've got, which is a brand new, entirely tooled figure, which you don't get very often these days. And yes, it would be good to recreate. I'm sure Character Options have already considered this, but there must be a reason why they're not doing it. Because they did the old Cybermen. You can re-release those and you can make armies and get loads of them sold. Of course you can. But there must be a reason as to why they're not doing it. Probably because it's too expensive. So they're probably not going to do the Nightmare Cybermen. And in the same note of not doing the Nightmare Cybermen, they'll probably not do the Cyber Warriors or the Cyber Masters either. They might do Aarstad. Aarstad is one they could do because it's a one-off. And it's not an army builder, it's not anything like that, but it's like a one-off figure. Same as like Graham or Ryan or whatever would be. Or like the Recon Dalek. It would be the same sort of thing to tool. Because the Recon Dalek was all brand new as well. So who knows? Ace Creeper figure. You know what? I'd love a figure of me. Small query, actually, because I was going to talk about this. When I get to 20,000 subs, well, you know, if I get to 20,000 subs, which, you know, we're not too far off now, so it's in the future. I'm thinking about opening the PO box again for like a few months. Now, it's not something I would... It's not something I would jump on. But like... I don't know. I'm up in the air about it. Because I don't know. It's something I really enjoyed doing, but it only depends if it's worth it. I did it for 10,000 subscribers. But like... You know, it's great. I kept all the letters and stuff people sent me, and it was really lovely. I always look back on them. It's very nice. But I'm thinking about that. So if that's something you might be interested in, sending something into the channel for me to open, read, look at, put on display, whatever, I might consider doing that again. So we'll see. Yeah, you see, a lot of people didn't see I did a complete history of the Master video, which is disheartening because I put a lot more effort into that one in terms of visuals, because there's less of the Master that's on screen. So there's a lot to do. So it did take longer, that video, so it was just a bit of a shame that it didn't do as well. But, you know, these things happen. I don't think we'll get a 2020 Cyberman in B&M, but I think we could see one in the main range. Oh no, we'll never get B&M. We could get a main range one, but again, up in the air. Right. Hello, I'm a YouTuber. I would love to know what is the best video that you would wish to make, and what videos do you recommend for an inspiring YouTuber? Whatever you want. Thank you to FK for subscribing. Anything that makes you happy, that you enjoy making. You've got to be passionate about what you do, and if you're not passionate about what you do, then people won't click onto it. It's appealing to watch someone who's genuinely passionate and happy about what they're talking about. If they're doing that, then it's easy to watch because people are like happy about it. You know, you get sucked into that. Unless you want to be the kind of YouTuber that hates everything, in which case, go for it. You can also hate everything, and a few people find that entertaining as well. So it's up to you. It's whatever you enjoy doing, you know? This isn't going to be a mega long live stream, by the way. So yeah, I'll answer a few more questions and all that sort of thing. Probably come up to about an hour, and then we'll sort of round it off. I've got a lot to do. There is so much. So yeah, my plan, I'll tell you what my plan is for this week. So I'm sure a few of you might want to know. Milk is still the best chocolate. Yeah, it's a good idea. Send me Milker if I open up a PO box. So you've got this week, I think about doing a Night Terrors review. Not sure if that's going to be out yet. Hoping it will be. Because that's upon that Patreon has asked for. If you're a patron of the channel from a certain tier, you actually get to recommend videos and I will make them. If you have an idea for a video and you want to pitch it to me, we'll have a conversation about it, pitch the idea, come up with a solid idea and do it. This particular person wanted a review of the Matt Smith episode Night Terrors, so I watched it and now I'm going to review it, so that's good. And then I've got a video going out in the next week talking about the fact that I'm going to have a bit of a break. I'm going to be back a week later, and on the 8th of August, I'm going to be releasing my second audio drama adaptation, which I'm very excited about, as you may be able to tell from my voice. I'm very excited about it. It's good stuff. Because it's the music that Dalecium, who you might know from the YouTube community, has done is incredible. Something else I want to show you as well, because I did put it on Twitter last night, but I'm sure a few people may not have seen it. I'm doing a little bit of a rebrand, little bit of a secret rebrand, not really a secret rebrand because everyone knows about it, but I thought I would share with you my brand new logo, because obviously, well, I'll show you the current one, which of course you're aware of. You can see it on the channel. There it is. There's my current logo on the screen right there. Wow, fun stuff. But my new logo, a slight update, will look like this. That's quite fun. So that'll be happening from like next week as well. When I have a bit of a week off, I'll be coming back and my channel will have a whole new theme and look. And I'm very happy with that new logo. It is on Twitter as well. And if you don't follow me on Twitter, it's at AceCreep2. I'm almost at 3,000 followers. So, you know, I'll put that in the chat as well. Follow me on Twitter. Got 9 new followers and then that's it. Yeah, so new logo-ish. I mean, look, Doctor Who, sorry, AceCreep channel logos in the past have been incredible. There's some, let's find like some of the old ones. I don't know if anyone's been around that long, so it's a bit weird, but like, does anyone remember this? Did anyone watch my channel when my logo was this? Anyone? Because I am genuinely curious. I'm just going through, because there's a big file I've got of them now. What about, I'm trying to remember. Then there was this one. And then there was this one. I remember that one. And then I believe it was this one, which I do remember. Then this. Then it was that one, and then the current one. So yeah, and the new one, there you go. There's older ones than that I might have somewhere, but they're all long gone. Oh no, they're not long gone. Oh god. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Let's have a look at some... Oh my god. I can't believe that was my profile picture at one point. Jesus. Wait, that's not right. That's not what I clicked. I didn't click that. I clicked that one. I can't believe that was my profile picture at one point. Anyway, yeah, let's get rid of that. How did you come up with the idea for your new logo? I just played around with it. I've gotten better at like graphic design and all that sort of thing. I'm going to become freelance in a bit as well. I'm thinking about opening up a little shop thing. So if people want to hire me to do logos, intros, general video editing, I'm around. If you do want to hire me anyway for that, email me. I've got a business email. Open up a commission offer. I'm hopefully going to charge quite cheap at first in regards to stuff like that. But yeah, if you want like a new logo for your channel or something, I literally will make it. You know, I'll do it as a job. You know, I'm a uni student. I'll work. I'm easy. It's something I enjoy doing. So yeah. I did also redesign EMS Productions channel recently, which was just a favour from me because I did his old one as well, and I thought it needed an update, so I fancied doing that. So again, yeah, EMS Productions, go and check them out. But I recently sort of remade their channel art, so that was quite fun. But yeah, no, I'm just waffling now. Yeah, some of those old profile pictures are awful. Some of those awful, every profile picture, if it's been on for too long, feels awful. Like, I really like the one I've got now, and I love the one I got now when I first had it on. Now I hate it. It's been there for too long now. It's probably the longest a profile picture has lasted on my channel, because this must have been here for like over a year now. But now I'm just like done with it. I'm like, I need a new one. And it's not a total new logo. Like, it's still the same AC design, but it's got like a few nice textures, a few nice backgrounds, make it look a little bit nicer. The cover art I'm very happy with, but I'm going to keep that a bit of a secret for now. Yeah. How can I get a shout out? Well, it's a weird one, this whole shout out thing, because I don't like shouting out people randomly. But like at the same time, you know, I'm more than happy to give out random shout outs, but you give one person a random shout out, then everyone asks for a random shout out, you know? That's that. So I gotta be fair. However, obviously, if you're a patron, you get random shoutouts all the time, because I'm like, that's part of what you get for being a patron of the channel, as well as different other credits and all that sort of thing. So I said you'll pay me 50 quid if I come on their channel. I think that's actually a Patreon thing. If you support my Patreon at a certain tier, I believe there is an option for me to come on one of your videos. It'll be one of your videos, obviously, because I've got my own stuff to do as well. But like, yeah. I'm not even joking. Like, I do freelance stuff. I'm starting to do freelance stuff. I haven't got it launched yet, but like I'm still doing it. You know, I'm working as an editor now for another YouTuber. I'm doing, you know, I'm still working. I do my own stuff. This is a hobby. This channel, though, this is something I enjoy doing. Freelance jobs won't be free unless I sort of approach someone and be like, hey, can I do this for free? But like, usually it's paid, obviously, because it's a job. You know what I mean? I can't just give out free tickets to everyone. So no, the first job will obviously not be free. But if you're interested about inquiring regarding, like, depends what it is. If it's just a logo, it'll be quite cheap. If it's like an intro, it'll be a bit more. If it's a full edit video, then it'll be a bit more. It's like, it varies, but if you're interested and you want that, email me. I haven't got the whole thing launched yet. I'm going to be making a website soon, and hopefully launch that in the next month or so. So that'd be quite nice. But if you are interested, email me. I'm open. It's a total optional thing, but you know, I haven't got the whole thing launched yet, as I said, so it might be a bit odd, and I haven't got prices worked out yet. But it's something I'm certainly thinking about, and something I'm definitely wanting to do, because I'm not terrible at like graphic design. I'm not terrible at doing basic intro 2D animation. I'm not terrible at video editing, so I'm putting myself out there a little bit more than just my own channel, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I know. I obviously that's totally fair and understandable. It is business though, and it is a job. Like, I'm a uni student. I'm paying to live. You know, I'm working. I'm an adult now. I'm not like, I would, you know, if there's people, I mean, for EMS Productions, I did that, but that's me offering. I didn't, like, he didn't come to me and say, do me a new intro for free, or do me a new, like, profile picture or anything like that. Like, I made his old one years ago, and I looked at it and went, oh, that could probably do with an update. And I thought, as a sort of nice, you know, favour for him, I thought, oh, I'll do it, because I got a bit of free time, and I wanted to. But that was like my choice, you know. I'm not just going to give away things for free when, you know, if you're good at something, don't do it for free. You know, I'm not bad at it, so yeah. But I'll be fair. I'm not, you know, if you're interested, business email, links in the description. If you're not, that's fine. You don't have to be. About $30 for what? For me to come on your channel. Check out the Patreon link in the description, and there's a tier on there regarding coming onto different other people's channels. So yeah. I appreciate people asking me to check out the channels and stuff. I will have a look at stuff when I yeah, I know it's people asking, like, spam. Don't spam, because I'll ignore you. I will have a look at when people say, like, look at this, look at this, look at that, all that sort of thing. In the chat, it's very difficult to do that whilst I'm streaming, so I'll do it after. what websites do I go on to pre-order the figures? They're out. They're not pre-order. They're in shops, and you can't order online unless you're in US and Australia, in which case I have absolutely no idea what the websites are. But if you're in the UK, they're in B&M stores. So you just have to find your local B&M store, go there, cross your fingers, and hope that there's some in stock. Can you review The Magician's Apprentice for a video if you haven't already? I might do, down the line. I've got no interest in doing it. Obviously, if it gets recommended as a Patreon thing, I'll probably end up doing it. But I'm focusing more on Classic than New Who. The only exception I'm making for that, again, is a Patreon suggestion. So I'll be covering the Night Terrors very soon. So that should be fun. If you could eat a Doctor Who character, who would you choose and what would they taste like? I don't want to answer that. It's a really weird question. My Patreon page is linked in the description below. You can have a look at the tiers on there and work out what works best for you. If you want me to do a video on your channel, then that can happen. But it's not just unconditional. We'd have to have like a conversation about it and work out when we'd be able to do that. But yeah, sounds good. Because it wouldn't be like a big long hour-long video or something like that. Obviously there's conditions towards it because I've got to be fair to myself. You know, I am working as well. I've got a lot of stuff on. Yeah. Any tips to make a Doctor Who intro? Blimey. Yeah, I mean, just tutorials. Depends what kind of Doctor Who intro you're looking at. Like, if you're looking at like a Doctor Who title sequence, that's just a big kettle of fish that I have no experience in. It is just... you have to learn, and you have to just practice. Like, I don't know how to make a vortex. I don't know how to make 3D text. I don't even know how to do any of that. You know, I'm very much 2D based on my stuff. Which Patreon, how much? My Patreon page, linked in the description. I don't know how much each tier is and what's in every tier off the top of my head. So go and check it out if you're interested. If you're not interested, doesn't matter. Another time. But like, these things aren't just demand. Like, if you check it out, check it out. If you don't want to check it out, don't check it out. Don't spam the chat, please. We're trying to just have a nice, chilled discussion at the best, in the best case scenario anyway. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but just gotta just chill down. I mean, it's just I'm just reading chat, seeing what's happening. But yeah, feel free to ask me questions. What computer do you use? I use my computer, which, again, you can't just buy a computer. You have to... This is such a weird thing. It's like there's so many different things. You just have to get a decent computer that has an editing software. I use Premiere Elements. I use HitFilm. They're both very basic softwares, but they do the job. But that might not be for you. You might want to use something else. You might want to use Sony Vegas or like Movie Maker. I don't know. Just find something. I started my videos by not even editing them. It was a 15-minute maximum recording thing, and it had a little logo on the side. You can start a channel from anywhere. You just have to have patience. You're not going to have a phenomenal HD-looking intro on your first attempt. Especially if you've got no experience, you're not going to have that. So just work at it over time. There's not a lot of patience in the chat at all, is there? It's very strange. I've never had this in a while, actually. It's quite a weird experience having this as a one-off. But yeah, no, if there's any genuine questions or anything like that, or any like interests, all that sort of thing, please do let me know. Yeah. I'll probably put a thing on my Twitter about commissions and stuff. That's probably quite important. Because I know I was talking about that before. Now that I've talked about it, I'm thinking, yeah, I should probably put some stuff up, shouldn't I? You know, it's the same as how people do art commissions. You know, they have a thing, you hire them to do something, and they do it. It's customised to your taste for a certain price, and you know that's what I'm thinking of doing as well. But just not art, because I'm crap at art. What's your favourite B&M set from any year? I really like the Androzani set or the Sharda set. Just because the Sharda set for the new lamp, I think, was really good, and the Fourth Doctor figure was really good. You're getting a great figure and a great box, and it was like, that's it. There you go. You've got it. Bang on. Yeah. Would you ever react to a good episode in Drunk Lords? Maybe. Maybe. We've talked about quite a few good ones. Drunk Lords is a bit of a weird one. It's sort of... I wouldn't say it's dying out. It's not dying out. I shouldn't even say that because it's not. It's sort of like come to a point where we're both a little bit like, yeah, we could do a couple more, but we need to have a bit of a break. Like we can't keep, because at the moment it's been monthly from Orphan 55. So we had Orphan 55 2 months ago. Then Dimensions in Time, and then the one with Crispy Pro recently, Let's Kill Hitler. We might do a good episode down the line, but like, we're still debating what we're going to do with the series. I've got K9's Company, which is the Sarah Jane Adventures reaction series, group reaction series. That'll be starting soon. So maybe that'll take over from Drunk Lords and then sort of fluctuate between the two. Who knows? Who knows? Have you pre-ordered the Season 14 re-release? I didn't know there was a Series 14 re-release. I've got the original series Season 14 on Blu-ray, so I don't need the re-release. But yeah, no. Didn't even know they were re-releasing it. Favourite and least favourite episodes of The Smithy? I just bit my tongue. Ow. Ow. Favourite? God Complex, probably. Least favourite? Not a clue. Shit, there's quite a few duds in there. What's coming up on Idiot's Guide? Good question. We've got a few things. We've got a few ideas. We've got past the first phase, which was get a few podcasts out and get a few videos out and see how people react to it. People are reacting quite well to it, so we're going to keep going. But it is what it is. We've got another podcast about films and favourite films and stuff coming soon. So we'll see. But again, there's still ideas up in the air. We usually decide things quite last minute in Idiot's Guide. And it might not seem it, but yeah. Propaganda. Right. Would you ever consider a list ranking of the Doctors? It's the one that I've never made, isn't it? The reason I never made it is because I know I get a lot of flack for it, but I might do it eventually. I think when Jodie's coming to like the end of her tenure, or maybe I'll do it this year. I don't know. I'll do it when I'll come to a point where I'll go, yeah, now's the time, and I'll do it. Just there and then I'll do it. So I know it'll do well. I know people will enjoy it. I know people want to know the ranking of Doctors from my perspective because I know I've never talked about it. The reason I never talked about it is because Jodie Whittaker will not be at the bottom of the list. Absolutely not. So she might not even be in the top half, but she won't be the worst. She won't be the worst because she's done more than other Doctors. She's felt more than other Doctors. And then, you have your own opinions on different things, this, that, and the other, but we're talking about the TV show itself, just the TV show, not the comics, not Big Finish, anything like that. Like, Paul McGann and John Hurt. They didn't really do much. I mean, Paul McGann's brilliant, don't get me wrong, but like, I have to judge on what I've had access to. If you judge Big Finish, then Paul McGann and John Hurt and all that sort of thing have had a lot more time to shine than Jodie Whittaker's Doctor has. So, and I don't hate Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, and I actually do dislike some Doctors a little bit. But, so basically Jodie will not be at the bottom of the list, and I know that will piss a lot of people off. So I'm holding off on doing it. And that as well, exactly. I have barely seen Glass of Q, so I can't make a judgment. That is very true. It's pointless talking about. I don't want to make a video as well. That's a very good point, actually. I don't want to make a video where I'm talking about it going, well, I've only seen a couple of this like story or whatever. I do need to see more Classic Who before I can make a proper judgment. Now, I do have a judgment on like a decent chunk of the Doctors. I think there's only Colin that I need to see a little bit more of. But like, I do have a general judgment on most of the Doctors. And Jodie isn't my least favourite. Now, that might change by the more I see. But at the moment, Jodie isn't my least favourite. I think, like, to be honest, I think the War Doctor might be towards the bottom. I think Ruth would probably be towards the bottom. Like, I love the Ruth Doctor, but she's done nothing at the moment. I can't judge much, so I have to wait. I'm not a massive Pertwee fan, and I'm not a massive Davison fan. But on the flip side of that, absolutely love Tom Baker, absolutely love Patrick Troughton. Sylvester McCoy's brilliant as well. There's Doctors that I really like, and there's Doctors that I'm not too keen on and get different vibes off. That's perfectly fine. even if it's based off a couple stories, like, I can still get a vibe off a Doctor. Because even a couple stories is like the equivalent of like, I don't know how many Doctor Who episodes in a new series. It could be up to a series depending on the stories you're looking at. The point is, that's what people are judging. You know, people judge Doctors after like one episode. Capaldi's Doctor was judged after one episode. Jodie's Doctor was judged after one episode. So some classic Doctors I can get a vibe from the first or second story that I watch of them, and it'll not change. And at the moment, Pertwee and Davison not having a great impression on me hasn't changed. But maybe the more I watch, maybe the more I'll enjoy. I don't know. Colin I have a soft spot for. Maybe because I really like him in real life. Like, he's a really nice bloke. So, slightly biased, I suppose, but I don't know. I have to see more of Colin. I feel like he was shafted a bit by the show, but I want to see him as an actual Doctor. Right. Yeah. Yeah, but I can understand why people now who were born like recently don't want to watch classic Who. Same reason why like I don't watch Only Fools and Horses if I'm going to watch a comedy, because it's like it's not a stigma. It's just that you're going to watch stuff that you're used to. Like, if you're going to watch a Marvel film, you're not going to watch the 2003 Incredible Hulk, are you? You know what I mean? Like, you're going to probably pick one of the newer Marvel films. I'm not saying it's all the same universe, but you get the point. It's just like, I understand it. But for fans, like big fans, go for it. Classic Who's brilliant. But I can understand why people are put off from watching Classic Who, even based off nothing. But Classic Who is brilliant. I've noticed you've got a massive sub gain in recent times. I have noticed a little bit of a jump, but I appreciate it either way. Just trying to power towards 20k now. It's the last sort of sprint, isn't it? And I want to try and get there before the end of the year, and I'm sort of worried we might not. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. See what happens. Ugh. I find the the black and white Doctor Who boring because I'm used to the production values of modern TV. That's perfectly fine. It's not bad. It's just, you can't expect everyone to love Hartnell's Doctor or Troughton's Doctor. I do, because I love the show so much, and I am more than happy to explore all eras of it, because I surround myself by it. Doctor Who isn't the only thing I ever watch, but I talk about it on YouTube. Doctor Who, believe it or not, isn't my favourite TV show. But it's the one I've got the most nostalgia for, it's the one I've got the most presence with, it's the one that I talk about the most, and it's the one that you can talk about the most because there's so much history around it, there's more to talk about. If I talked about other TV shows that I liked, like, you know, Westworld, it wouldn't do as well because there's nothing really to talk about. It's just 3 series worth. Whereas Doctor Who's got like 56, 57 years of history. It's different. It is different. So, yeah. Don't worry about views. You know, views come and go. You know, there's videos that I've done that I'm disappointed with the view rates on. It just happens. It honestly just happens. You can't control what people want to watch when people don't want to watch. It doesn't mean the content's bad, because no one can judge it unless they've actually seen it. These things happen. They come and go. You know? I was really hoping people would watch more of the Drunk Lords video that I did with Crispy Pro. I thought, Crispy Pro's on it. It's a stupid episode. It's, you know... But no, it didn't do as well as any of the other Drunk Lords. So it is sometimes a little bit disappointing, but you can't really judge. But yeah, no. I recognise your name though. I'll definitely I'll have a gander at that later. I know you haven't asked me to have a gander at it, but I will because you're not asking. You know what I mean? What benefits do you get if you become the Cyberman rank on Patreon? Oh god, I mean, I can't really remember. Cyberman is the $1 tier, so you get your name in descriptions of all my videos. You get exclusive access to a Discord server with myself and other Patreon supporters, where you can get early access content. You can talk to me about stuff. And there's another thing as well. There is another thing, I can't remember what it was. I can't believe I've forgotten what it was. In early access videos, you get videos before anyone else does. So whenever I edit a video, it goes up on Patreon. You can actually watch my audio drama adaptation, Things She Thought While Falling. You can actually watch that on Patreon now for $1 a month. And you can watch that now. And it won't be out on the channel till the 8th of August. So you're getting that 2 weeks early. So $1 a month, you can go and jump on there, you can go and check it out. It's up to you, but it's, yeah. Because you have to pay to make a Patreon, but if you want to become a Patreon supporter of someone else, yeah, you do have to pay. That's usually how they work, yeah. Do I have any Doctor Who Amino? I don't know what that is. I'll have to Google that, 1 second. Mina Doctor Who. What the hell is this? I don't know what this is. What is this? It's got like a weird website of like stories and stuff. What is this? I don't know what this is. Explain to me what this is. I think I'm looking at the wrong thing. I wish they would articulate the second Doctor figure better. Yeah, me too, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, really. I think it's a decent figure. Do you think Geordie just needs one companion rather than 3? I think it'd be good if Graham and Ryan left in the Christmas special, and it was just Yasmin and the Doctor. That would be great. Well, Christmas special or New Year's special, whatever that ends up being. Play 13 with a chat. No, this isn't going to be a long live stream. I'm not going to be on here for like 2 hours. I'm only going to be on here for a little bit longer because I've got work to do, editing work to do, and I've got stuff happening tonight. So busy today. The only reason I'm doing this is because I knew I wouldn't be able to do an actual full review before I end up moving house. So I wanted to just make sure that I did some sort of unboxing of these products so you guys could see and have another chat with chat. What's your favourite Doctor? Oh, God. It's not that I have a particular favourite. It's just that I know Doctor Who isn't always number one. Like, in terms of quality of, like, writing, production, all that sort of thing, there are TV shows that absolutely blow it out of the water. You know, like Stranger Things, for example, does a fantastic job in terms of what it does with its budget and all that sort of thing. I think The Crown looks incredible. I think Westworld I really, really love at the moment. Not so much with the recent season, but, you know, still really love. There's lots of TV shows out there with different genres and different feels. Doctor Who isn't always my favourite. And Doctor Who isn't the only thing I watch. Doctor Who is just what I happen to talk about online because I have an interest of it. Thank you for telling me what Amino is 20 times. Right, I'm going to just mute this person. I can't stress enough. Just don't spam. Like, I can see what you're saying. Just put it on once and wait a minute. And if I don't respond, put it on again. Just makes me want to block you from the channel or just like temporarily time you out. It just, nobody likes people who spam. It ruins everyone's mood. So what's the point? I see it, of course I see it, but I see it anyway. I just don't always read it out or react to it because I'm running a live stream and there's other people messaging the chat. Just, please, just think and be a bit more courteous because other people are trying to watch and ask questions as well. Thank you. Have you seen Inside Number 9? Inside Number 9 is great. I can't. It's not me trying to be punishment. It's not me trying to be like a dick or anything. There is an option to time people out for a certain amount of time. I'm going to use it if people spam the chat. It's just how it is. I'm good. I was good. I'm very stressed at the moment. There's a lot of stuff going on in life. I'm moving out in less than a week. Very stressful but exciting at the same time. And it's just a lot of stuff going on. And it's a lot. So, yeah. But... Your History of the Doctor video is bloody incredible. Thank you very much. If you haven't already seen it, I've done one about the Master as well. That's also on the channel. So, go and watch that. It's the same sort of thing. I'm honestly more proud of the master one, to be honest with you, but I know a lot of people didn't see it, so yeah, got to mention it. Hello. We're back. I think we're back. Right. Sorry about that, guys. Don't know what happened there. Internet just cut out for a few seconds. Internet just cut out and went back on, so that's all it was. There was lag because YouTube was trying to cope and trying to just put you on a buffering screen, but I'm sure it did anyway. That's fine. So, what was happening? Talking about the Doctor Who make a complete history of the Daleks video. The thing is with those videos is they are big and they take a long time, and it sounds bad. You've got to sort of weigh it up, but like that did well. The Doctor one did incredible. The Master one did fine, but it didn't do much better than any other like standard like video. So it's difficult to want to do more of it when it takes so much time. I wouldn't mind doing a complete history of the Daleks one. However, it takes longer, and like people like the Who addicts are already pumping those out like one a week. So let them do it. I'll do my own projects. You know, I started off by doing the complete history stuff. It takes me longer to make them because the way I do my videos, there's a lot of I'm trying to say this without making it sound like I'm criticising the Who addicts, so I'm not. But their content is very different to mine in the way they present it. Very similar ideas, the history, complete history of, and whatever theirs is called, history of whatever. But the style and presentation is different. The way I wanted to do things with my series is make it very visual heavy, and that takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time, so I couldn't get it out as quickly as them, and it just didn't do as well. So I just sort of thought, yeah, I'll probably just leave it for a bit then, I think, because I'm not too bothered about trying to compete or trying to do the same idea as another YouTuber. Like, I'd prefer to be original, you know, and do my own stuff opposed to following the crowd of what's popular and I want to do my own stuff. I talk about news. I do the Idiots Guide to the Galaxy stuff. I've done The Last of the Drunk Lords. You know, they're the series that I really enjoy doing. I'm doing the audio dramas. I'm doing stuff that I really enjoy doing, you know. But, you know, I'd love to do complete history of the like Daleks or Cybermen or whatever, but I want to make sure that it's worth making. So I'm probably going to wait a while, maybe come back to it down the line, see what happens. The Outcast, sorry, I don't know if I did reference the question, but please feel free to ask it again and I'll answer it. Been listening to the stream in the background, enjoying it very much. Hope the move goes well, and yeah, your history of videos are truly fantastic. I think it was the fact that Sasha actually saw your Instagram story for it. At least I think he did. I may be wrong. Totally worth it. You still got the passion for it. Yeah, Sasha did see the Instagram story, which was great. Still, if you actually saw the video, probably not, but you know, still exciting, still fun. Yeah. Yeah, I do enjoy the complete history of the Doctor and Master and whatever videos, but again, it's presentation style and time to make. If they don't do well, they're not worth the time of making. I do enjoy making them, but it's so difficult to make. I mean, you look at it and it's difficult. I mean, you look at, if you look at like the complete history of the Doctor or the complete history of the Master, everything is animated. Everything that moves and whatever, it's all animated, individual shots, and they take... Sorry, didn't mean to hit the mic there. They take a long time to make. So please understand that they sometimes don't feel worth it. And it's very demotivating when you put something out that you have spent a lot of time on and it doesn't do as well. People don't like it as much as your previous stuff. And if it does about as well as a news video does, then it's easier to make the news videos, you know what I mean? You've got to weigh what the audience want to see. Maybe down the line, when I'm, you know, because the Who addicts are doing their own sort of very similar type thing. When they've stopped doing those, then maybe I'll jump back on it. But, like, at the moment, I've got no interest in continuing with that series, just because I want to do original stuff, as well as stuff that does well and people want to see. So yeah. No, please do repeat your earlier question, Cash. I did miss it. I'm sorry. Please do repeat it. I'm not going to be streaming for very much longer. I'm probably going to do another about 10 minutes or something. So if you've got any burning questions about stuff, then please do let me know. And yeah, try and answer it. I like your Drunk Lords video with Crispy. It was great to see a fellow Aussie on your channel. Yeah, I've been on so many of Crispy's videos. It was about time. We just never got round to it. It's just, I always really struggle with collaborations because it's reaching out and getting things organised and stuff, and it just takes forever. And it's I'm trying to get like a certain amount of videos out a week, and it's like, oh my God. I just worry about it. It does take a while. So yeah. Good morning. It is about 10 o'clock a.m. in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Hello to Pennsylvania. That's really weird, seeing people across the world. I always assume it's just UK people watching me, but you know, I know it's not. Do you like Jodie Whittaker? Yes, I do. As a person, yes. As an actress, yes. So yeah. What's your favourite Sonic design? I'm trying my best not to spam. Sorry, yeah, I was answering that when my thing cut out, wasn't I? I've got a Sonic Screwdriver ranking on my channel. Please don't cut out again. Did it cut out again? Did my stream just cut out again? Weird. Sonic Screwdriver ranking I have got on the channel. I can't remember what I put first, but I'll find out. I think it's the 12th Doctor Sonic. Yeah, that sounds about right. 12th Doctor Sonic is probably my favourite one. But if you have any if you have any other interests in watching the whole video and seeing what my entire ranking is, then that is available there. Yeah. Will you do any more Big Finish reviews? Probably at some point, but again, I just have no idea when. Because Big Finish reviews, we've got to kind of get them out when they're a thing, like when they're freshly released. Oh God, YouTube's not receiving enough. What's happening? It should be... YouTube, work. What's happening? Oh, I don't like this. Nothing's happening on my end in terms of like upload speed. I don't know what's happening with YouTube. Yeah, is everything alright on the stream? Can you see... Like, is it lagging or anything? I don't know. How do you make a Doctor Who audio drama? Time and effort. Depends on what you're doing. You got to script it. You got to cast it. You got to edit it. There's a lot to it. I can't give advice on everything I make because I'll be here forever. It's difficult. And there's not advice. You can't just make something out of nowhere and just expect it to work. Like, a lot of things take a lot of time and effort and challenge, and you know, yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting out my next audio drama project. It's exciting. I think it might be better than Press Play. I'm more proud of it than Press Play because it seems more... I don't know, I feel like some of it lands more. And it is longer as well. It's about 5 minutes 50. And the music. Oh, Dalek has done a fantastic job on the music. You can watch that now, early, about 2 weeks early. Literally exactly 2 weeks early. If you go on Patreon, my Patreon, linked in the description, $1 a month will get you the access to see that video. You get to see it. Early access is on there now. Yeah, but if not, it'll be out on the 8th of August when I get back from a little break. But yeah. Oh, MC Visuals is here. Hi, man. How you doing? I didn't even see you in the chat, mate. Sorry. Is there Morbius figure? No, there's no Morbius figures. I'd love them to be. Yes, random movie, and I saw. I usually try to ignore these things. Ah, dear me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get on with stuff soon. But yeah, if there's a few things that I want to shout out and all that sort of thing, like again, like if you want to donate to the channel and all that sort of thing, there's super chat options. There's what hell's... The super chat options, there is a link in the description that you can go and check out and donate to if you really want to. Obviously, any donations, no matter how big or small, are greatly, greatly appreciated. They really, really help support the channel. If you want to support the channel sort of long term and get early access content, get credit for it, get shout outs, all that sort of thing, the Patreon page is also linked to the description. For $1 a month, you get early access content, name in my descriptions, all that sort of stuff. So that's quite nice. I'm good, MC Visuals. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Where are you at now? Last time I saw you were on 20k. Nice one, by the way. Congrats. 22k. Blimey. Nice one, man. Impressive. Have I got past Tenant on 13? No, I haven't. One second. Oh, right, sorry. Yeah. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to support the channel, all that sort of thing, there are many, many, many options, and I really appreciate for those who already support the channel in terms of Patreon or just donations in general. I really, really appreciate it. There is, let's have a look what else there is as well. If you missed what I was talking about before, I thought it was worth mentioning because I'm probably going to talk about this on Twitter later as well, is I am starting to consider opening some sort of shop type thing. I'm going freelance with editing, graphic design, animation, like intro making, whatever, logo making, whatever. Lots of things I'm going freelance with. So if you want to hire me for something, one thing or another, then I have a business email and Twitter, you know, preferably business email, but if you can't email and Twitter, it's all linked in the description, all the details you might need. So if you want a new logo or intro or something like that, then I'm starting to look into that. So that's something that might catch your eye and take your fancy. Then yeah, totally. I'm starting that out as an idea because I'm already doing some editing anyway, freelance. But I thought I may as well, you know, throw myself out there a little bit more. You know, I'm a uni student. I can definitely work for stuff, and I'm more than happy to jump on it. I'd like to see more time, more Victorious content on the channel come September. It would be nice for you to get in on that, even if it's just for the one video. Yeah, maybe I will. I'm a bit like confused with what's going on because there's so much stuff about it. But when I'm settled down a little bit, moved in, stuff like that, I will have a look, and I will, you know, I will certainly consider making it. It's something I do want to make. Talk about it because I just don't understand what it is yet, you know, and I want to wait until I understand what it is. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I think we might wrap up soon. So if there's any more like last minute burning questions or donations or anything like that you want to make towards the channel, just drop them there, and then we'll then I'll set off because I've got a few other things to be doing today, and I want to make sure I get those done. So yeah. Do I like Clara? Yeah, sometimes. She's all right. I need a Jacobin Master figure. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Would you want 13 and River to meet, either in Big Finish or TV show? If they can make it work, then sure, but I don't know why. They would. It wouldn't make any sense, because you'd have to wipe River's mind, because she wasn't aware of any doctors past Matt Smith at the end of her life, so it makes no sense, but, you know, Big Finish do these mind-wipe things all the time, don't they? So I wouldn't run it past them, eventually. But if Jodie would even want to do Big Finish, we don't know yet. Do I have a Derek Jacobi figure? I have the Professor Yana figure, and I want to turn it into a master figure from Big Finish, but we'll see. We will see. I will not army build the B&M Dalek sets because I have no interest in buying the Dalek sets. I've already got a few Daleks here and there, but I'm not too interested in getting like a full collection of them. Have you thought about doing custom figures? I have done custom figures. I've done custom figures on the channel before. I've done a custom Tim Shaw, a custom Ruth Doctor, a did a custom 13th Doctor Tardis, custom War Doctor Tardis. I've done a few custom figures here and there, just not my like main field. You know what I mean? Do I want Jodie to do Big Finish at some point? Like, maybe. You may ask which area abouts I'm moving to, but I'm not going to give you like an address. Generally about Harrow and Wembley area. That's all I'll really say. You know, for personal reasons. Obviously, I don't want to give away like the street. But that sort of area, sort of. Is it? Yeah, West London. Yeah, nice. But yeah, I think there's probably not much else to answer. I know that person keeps asking about audio dramas. I have already answered it, mate, and you were here. But, you know, again, there's not really an answer to it. It's not how do you make an audio drama, just get audio and edit it. That's whatever audio you want to use, you have to hire people to, like, do voices, or you want to, like, write a script or something like that. Like, I don't know how to answer that. It's a very vague question to answer. Yeah, she spent 24 years on Darillium with Capaldi. Of course she did, yeah. But Capaldi wouldn't have known about Jodie. So, like, unless... She had 24 years on Darillium with 12. Right? So unless 13 went to Darillium, or met River between Darillium and Silence in the Library, even though we know that Silence in the Library comes directly after the Darillium stuff, and then she dies there. I don't know. I don't know. I also don't... I also don't know how to go about the whole, like, River thing anyway, because I like River Song as a character, but she's done now. Like, a lot of people want her back. Like, bring Ace back. Like, or bring Joe Grant back. Or bring, like, an old companion back. Don't bring back River. We've done River to death. We've had her with 2 doctors. That's great. Sarah Jane, she's had 2 doctors as well. Joe Grant's only had... Oh, not 2 doctors in Modern Who, I mean. I'd like to see some old companions back, like Ace, maybe. That'd be great. But I'm a bit done with River Song. Like, I like the character, but it's all done. Yeah, okay, so I think, generally, that's that. Next Doctor, male or female, and who? I'm not bothered whether they're male or female, or non-binary, or anything like that. I don't care, as long as they're good for the role. My personal preference, as people may have seen, would be Thandie Newton, who's obviously been in Westworld. I will show you a picture that I made. I did a little bit of a digital art thing. Again, follow me on Twitter, @AceCreep2. I'm going to put a link to that in the chat, so people can follow me, because please do follow me. I'm almost at 13, I'm not. I'm almost at 3,000 followers. But yeah, I put it on here the other day, so you may or may not have missed that. But I thought Thandie Newton... Oh god, don't lag, Jesus. No, don't lag. Don't say that. Don't say not responding. Oh yeah, because it's a big photo. My bad. Yeah, I mean, it's a sizable piece of... Yeah, so I basically did this bit of digital art about Thandie Newton being the Doctor. I thought it would be a great little mock-up, and I really enjoyed making it. And I would love Thandie Newton to be the Doctor. She looks very doctory. She'd be a person of colour, obviously. It should be a woman. So, and she's got a very different stance with Jodie as well. I think you're breaking new boundaries again. Obviously, we've had the Ruth Doctor, who is a person of colour and a female Doctor anyway. But I think as the next 14th Doctor, if we don't get Jo Martin, then, like, Thandie Newton would be my favourite choice. She is brilliant in Westworld and very different to how Jodie would act in Doctor Who, I presume. So I think Thandie Newton could be more like a Eccleston, Capaldi-esque type character. You know, a little bit more dark, a little bit more serious, a little bit less fun-loving. And that costume she wears in Westworld already looks a bit doctory, so I thought it would look great for a little edit. But yeah, again, for more stuff like that, follow my Twitter. I put a lot of stuff on there. I literally do put a lot of stuff on there. But yeah. She looks like she'd be more stern and mature, which is good. Yeah, absolutely. She's bloody wonderful in Westworld. She'd be a fantastic doctor. Anyway, on that note, I think I'm going to round this off here because I'm only supposed to do this for an hour and I've done for about an hour and a half. So I think I'm going to wrap it up because I've got a lot of stuff to do today. But if you want to get, in contact for any inquiries regarding like commissions or anything like that, again, I am going freelance. So if you do want to do that, any inquiries, business email, link in the description, as well as Twitter. Of course, follow me, Instagram, Twitter, all that sort of stuff. Channel, I've got some interesting stuff coming soon, but we're going to have a bit of a break and we've got some very exciting stuff to come in early August throughout the rest of the year, as well as the big charity stream in December as well. So that's something else I started organising. So yeah, a lot of stuff to talk about. Stay tuned, see what happens. Thank you all for supporting the channel and let's keep going towards 20k. That's the big aim now, I think. Yeah. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching the live stream, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.